you mentioned, sorry, I'm interested in this.
Yeah.
We saw Chyna on Raw last night.
Yeah.
She's a product of your school.
Yes, I trained her, yes.
How did you find her, and how did she find you? And I've never seen a woman built like that before.
Well,
full bass.
Here's a woman, she could bench press 300 over 3. A couple of girls working out. She was, can I join your association? You can. And she was very, very
She was
strong.
big at that time?
She was very powerful.
Yeah.
I said, how tough are you? She flexed her bicep. It was like that hard. I said, holy mackerel. What do you do? She says, I dance and I'm a bodybuilder, a weightlifter. I said, holy mackerel. Yes, you can join my school. She became my world champion.
That's one of those code word job descriptions. Dancer.
She actually was a
dancer. Yeah.
She was dancing in clubs and whatnot, you know.
Yeah.
She was very, very athletic, very athletic.
Right.
I was very, very proud to have her as a student. Yeah. So I trained her. Look what she's got now. She's big time, real big time.
Real big time.
Yeah.
There was one other wrestler I wanted to talk about a little bit. They used to call him the big man from Morgan's Corner, Arkansas. And of course, none other than Haystack Calhoun. Anybody that's been a fan of wrestling over the years knows who Haystack Calhoun was. He had a great career here in the WWF in the the Eastern United States. Tell us anything.
Haystack Calhoun. When I was wrestling in Dallas, Texas, he'd be at the matches. He was, in fact, from what I heard, he was outside of Dallas. He had the Byrne. And he'd see this little fat kid sitting outside, cheering me. I was a big hero. And later on, when he became a wrestler, he told me, I used to watch you all the time when I was a kid. I said, boy, you're a big kid now. He's 6'5" this way, 6'5" this way. So he started wrestling professionally. The first time I met him actually was in Los Angeles airport. We all met. There was Fred Atkins from Australia there, Pat O'Connor from New Zealand. We had a Mexican wrestler. Well, there was 8 of us. All met at the airport in Los Angeles. We were all taking Japan Airlines because they catered the wrestling office. The gentlemen were going to Japan.
Right.
So they catered the wrestling office, and all our seats, each wrestler had a seat on the aisle. 2 seats beside us were empty. So, and that plane was full, except for us.
Long flight to Japan coming up?
Well, actually, we had to refuel in Honolulu.
Right.
Because at that time, the 777 didn't have the range. Today, from Chicago, non-stop all the way to Tokyo and Japan.
What did Calhoun weigh when he wrestled?
He wrestled under the weight of 601 pounds.
601 pounds.
He was real big.
Big guy.
Big guy, yeah. So, we all got off the plane. It was 1 hour between takeoff again. I lived in Hawaii, in Honolulu, for sure, Waikiki actually. That's quite near Honolulu. And so I knew what it was like, and I knew the airport. Airport was an immigration center. When anybody coming from overseas, Asia, or Japan, or Australia, had to go customs and immigration right there, Honolulu. All the planes stopped there. So I went over and got a bunch of magazines, come back, we're ready to board a plane. Here's Haystack. Boy, I could live here forever. Man, I love it here. I even drank a quart of pineapple juice, a quart of papaya juice, a quart of guava juice. Boy, I love it here. So I boarded the plane. So I'm sitting there reading magazines for 2 hours goes by. I see the stewardess run by in panic. I was all the way down the aisle. I looked down into the cockpit. I said, pretty soon she comes running back. A few minutes later, she's walking by me. She won't stop from laughing. I said, what's going on? So I turned around, and here's what I saw. I saw 2 of the wrestlers. Each, the galley was in the back of the plane. Plus the toilets. And I looked up and I saw 2 wrestlers, one standing on a seat on one side of the aisle, another wrestler standing across the aisle, another seat, holding a big blanket, blocking the entrance to the galley. So I looked over and I said, what's going on? The other guy wrestler said, Haystack had to take a biggie. I had to take a crap. So I said, well, how's he going to do that? I mean, his aim is, if he bent over, his aim is not that good.
No, it's that place not that big. 12 inches wide.
So I mean, his aim wasn't that good. So I says, how's he going to do that? I says, we don't know. So pretty soon I said, holy mackerel, what a stink. This guy has a period once a month, you know. A crap period. So they dropped the blanket. Here's what I saw. Haystack Calhoun, nude, standing inside of a mailbag, holding on the mailbag with one hand, his arm down with the other hand. He can't squat that much. He just really squatted. He crept into the mailbag. Once a month, that's pretty stinky. So the people at the back of the plane, they drop the blanket. The people are like, oh my God, what a smell. So when the first class and the other, excuse me, my two seats beside me, behind the partition, separate as first class and first class.
Right.
The bedroom.
Right.
My two seats were gone, and the people went down there. So all of a sudden, the wait, when the front of the plane went, the plane drove, and the pilot came, what the hell's going on back there?
That's fantastic.
So somebody asked me, what did they do with the mailbag? What do you mean, what did they do? Said the wrestling office.
Right.
Nobody else wanted it.
Well, it's great being on your last show, guys.
They got the 7-second delay on that, didn't they, Earl? Yeah, one. We are wrapping it up, believe it or not. Our time is coming to an end. I wanted to just ask you one last question.
Sure.
Over the weekend, at the end of last week and over this weekend, New England Cable News did a special on Vince McMahon Jr. Vince McMahon has been, of course, the driving force in the WWF and is now the owner of, I don't know what Titan Sports is. It must be the parent company of the WWF, but he had a very interesting background. Do you know Vince McMahon Jr.?
Yes, I met him a few times.
Yeah.
Very, very good man. Very nice man.
Yeah.
In fact, he was so polite to me. Every time comes to me, he calls me Mr. Walter Kowalski. I say, hey, I'm Killer Kowalski. You're Mr. Kowalski.
Yeah.
Wonderful person. Very nice guy.
Has the advent of the new league, being the WCW, has it been like years ago when they created a new football league? It allowed some players some additional leverage to get more money out of their current owners. Has the WCW allowed the WWF wrestlers and vice versa to share in the wealth? This is a multi-$100-million enterprise.
They're very independent, two promotions.
Yeah.
Turner has WCW, Vince McMahon, and has Titan Sports and WWF. Two guys are very independent. Turner does his thing, or whoever handles the office for him, and they do their thing. Vince McMahon does his thing. And he comes up with the ideas. He's a very brilliant man. Comes up with ideas for different matches, how to put different shows together.
Right.
He's very, very good.
Nice. Well, our time has flown by. I can't believe we've been here an hour already. It's been a real thrill for me. Really appreciate you coming down. Greg, please, thanks for coming down
Thank you
and
very much
joining
for
us.
having me.
Killer, go ahead. Give it to him.
No, come on.
Stand up,
come on.
Sean. Everybody, we'll see you all in 2 weeks. I hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed Walter Killer Kowalski and Greg Decoff. This Greg, hey, he knows better. See you all in 2 weeks. Please, no autographs as we walk out. See you too, everybody. Good night.